I try to do that. Anybody tries to find it, it just comes back to me.
Yeah.
Making his own catalog.
Yes.
Yep. Hey, Leanne, you said who gives out their passwords? Do you keep your passwords safe from your husband?
Well, no.
All right,
That's
then.
all.
All right, then.
But I married him, so I'm not worried about him being my significant other and posting
That's, you know
stuff
what,
on the
that's
online.
what 12-year-old Tommy Johnson thought, too.
There you go. But I didn't marry 12-year-old Tommy Johnson.
Well, didn't you?
Yeah, that would have been his dream.
Yeah.
Tommy would have gone nuts.
Tommy's on the phone right now.
Lastly, Bill, you talked about the best way to keep your, to protect your password. The best way to protect your password is not to give it out when you get an email from someone claiming to be your bank or credit card company.
I couldn't disagree more. I find that I make a lot of friends that way, and you'd be interested in the kind of conversations you get into, Andy. Open your mind and your pocket.
Okay, I am done, Greg.
Go away, Andy. Well, it's a super sexy kiss that he'd much rather miss. Actress Natalie Portman has had a falling out with her father over some explicit sex scenes in her new movie, Black Swan. Apparently it's about black swans. In the psychological thriller, Portman plays a lesbian ballerina, aren't we all, who shares a super sexy sex scene with Mila Kunis, who also happens to be super sexy and sexy. But according to one source, quote, "Why are you not showing these girls in this segment is beyond me. They show my face and then they go to a quote." Anyway, the quote is, "Natalie is a very private and dignified person and is often influenced by her father's approval. He still sees her as a baby and always will and thinks showing herself like this is degrading. Things are very frosty between them right now." Frosty is slang for horny, right?
Yes.
Anyway, Red Eye has obtained a clip of said lesbian sex scene from the film. The following is rather graphic. Sensitive viewers should look away now.
I don't know where you end and I begin.
If that doesn't put fans in the theater, nothing will.
That was a tour de force, is what that was.
Wow.
Yeah, but we do a segment that involves Mila Kunis and Natalie Portman, and nobody shows a single picture of these girls.
I like the fact that when you were talking over the quote, though, you said "my face," and they went back to your face. They were up there. They did that really quickly. I thought that was amazing.
Oh my God. Leanne, when people tend to do things in which they disrobe, do they ever think of their family?
I think, of course, but I think, you know, she's a grown woman. She's almost 30 years old. She's obviously very smart. She took time off to go to Harvard. So, but when you're an actor, you're not playing yourself. Dad, lighten up. She's not a lesbian ballerina. She's just playing one in the theater. It'll be okay. Just don't go watch it. Have some hot cocoa and skip the movie.
Lauren, did this ever factor into that pictorial you did in Hustler a few years ago?
Ironically, also called Black Swan, but that was involved shoe polish. You know, as long as she's not typecast.
Yes.
As a lesbian ballerina.
Yeah.
You know, as long as this is like a one-time deal, I think she'll be fine.
Yeah, see that. You think she'll be fine?
Yeah.
I love that she's playing a black swan.
She's
I don't. Hey, Dana, where do you stand on this?
I think it's a retread of the dust-up that they had in '04 when she was slated to be in the movie.
I don't even know what that means, and I should probably use a strange.
Such a weirdo.
Bill, will your dad be upset when he finally sees that video of you?
Absolutely. I mean, we did have a problem with the clip there. That's in a little movie that's coming out soon. It's called Black Duck.
Yes.
And I play sort of a lesbian clog dancer, and that's my my significant other.
I think we might still have a clip from that movie. Do we have a clip from that? I hope we do.
Oscar! If that's not straight to DVD, which I think makes it not count, Oscar.
By the way, that's my monkey head.
Not anymore, my friend.
God.
Not anymore. And by the way, I'd like to change that monkey's name to...
Oh. Coming up, my Uncle
Why?
Carl. Shut up!
Ad-lib.
We're bleeping it. All right, just roll to the thing. So, what's Keith Richards done now? About 3 quarts of black tar heroin laced with some type of Norwegian sheep tranquilizer, apparently. It's a story that's more shocking than something really shocking. Disney is making a 4th Pirates of the Caribbean movie as a hardcore sex film. No, actually, the studio is considering cutting all scenes featuring Keith Richards, following some pro-drug comments Keith made in a new biography. In his book titled Life, the Rolling Stones guitarist divulges the secret to safely getting stoned. Use high-quality drugs in moderation. Since we love parrots and drugs, let's discuss in our lightning round, a.k.a. stories we sort of like, but not enough to include earlier in the show, but still wanted to talk about. So let's really quickly do them now. Dana, here's my problem. Aren't pirates already pro-drug? I mean, they rape and pillage. Drugs can't be as bad as raping and pillaging.
Lawlessness is the slipperiest of slopes, Greg.
It is.
Pouring rain.
That was fast.
Yeah, it was fast. Good. Oh, you understand the quickie round. Leanne, doesn't everybody already know that Keith does drugs? Disney can't play it stupid.
Absolutely. I hate it when Disney tries to come out and be like, oh, Keith Richards, who we've known have had how many blood transfusions
Yeah.
because of all the drugs he's taken over the years. That is a completely known fact.
I thought that was an urban legend. But anyway, well, let's move on. Lauren, as a drug dealer, do you agree with Keith? I bet he had some...
Pharmacist, Greg. Pharmacist.
Yes. Do you agree? Do you agree with his sound advice?
Do I agree with Disney or?
No, Keith Richards. He says only buy the best
high-quality
drugs
drugs.
and do it in moderation.
I think that sounds good to me. He looks like a pirate too, so I think he's well cast
Yeah.
for this.
Bill, does anybody really care? This movie's going to be terrible.
No, yeah, it'll be awful. But I would just like to clarify what Lauren said. I know this sounds good to her because I found out with her after the show. Don't say think. Don't say think. Track marks.
All right. Next topic. Former JetBlue flight attendant Steven Slater, who shot to fame after telling off a passenger over a plane's PA system a few months ago, is dead. No, I'm kidding. He signed a book deal. He signed a book deal that'll document his 20 years in the travel business. Shut up, you people. The tentative title, Cabin Pressure. Lauren, isn't the title adorable? Cabin Pressure. Cabin Pressure.
Amazing.
Yes.
I mean, I'll buy it just for that alone.
Yeah, exactly. So
So
what?
cute.
I don't know, Leanne. Whose fame is more upsetting, the situations or Slater's?
Both of them are so annoying. Can you please just make them go away?
All right. I can't, though. I don't have that power. I'm not God. Dana, are you as outraged on the inside as you look on the outside?
You know what song plays when the Steven Slater movie ends?
What?
I'm your private dancer. I dancer for money. I do what you want me to do.
What is happening?
I'm your private dancer. Dancer for money. And any old driver will do.
I'm starting to think he's not going to get cast in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I
right?
don't know.
Yeah.
Bill, last question to you. Isn't the real truth here that Slater is kind of a self-satisfied jerk? If he had jumped out of the plane prior to takeoff, he wouldn't have been a hero. Everybody would have been pissed off.
How
Right.
dare you? I love this gay little blonde Cabbage Patch Kid, and I'll tell you why. He looks like a gay little blonde Cabbage Patch Kid. That's it.
All right. Last topic. The toilet paper roll is about to undergo its biggest innovation of the last century, going tubeless. Testing begins soon, and if sales take off, manufacturers may even adapt the technology to paper towels. Danny, you're a traditionalist. Please don't sing. Are you going to start stocking up on the old kind?
Yeah, I like the little fortunes that you'd find when you get to the bottom of the roll.
I've never had fortunes.
You know, there's some mathematics that you have to apply to the numbers you find there. But
I had no idea you're sad.
I played the stock market for 7 years off those babies.
I bet you did. Lauren, is this another unfortunate casualty of the green movement?
I think so, Greg.
Yeah.
I like my toilet paper with tube in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, for arts and crafts reasons.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Play
the
the kazoo or.
Yeah, the real losers are children doing arts and crafts.
Right.
Yeah,
efforts.
arts and crafts in
dollars.
school, or my dog.
Yes.
They like, or my
dogs
cat loves
love
to
it.
play with
Love
them.
it.
Oh, yeah. My gerbil, Captain Francis, he gets stuck in there for days.
He's not bright.
No, he's
You know,
not
that's
right.
that's another show, Greg.
You know who the real loser is in all this?
You, Bill?
Well, me. I can afford toilet paper. The prisoners throughout our great country, because with that toilet roll, that
No.
little cardboard thing.
Bill, come on. We're taking a break. We're taking a break. But stay right there. I'm not letting you finish that thought. More stuff is on the way. I know what you were going to say. Now it's time for Red Eye's World Series preview. Our favorite player in the world is no doubt San Francisco Giants pitcher Brian Wilson. Here's why. Here's Wire.
I mean, they probably think that it's cruel to do. Whoa! Hey!
What?
What was that?
What was what? Dubs?
What was that? Time out.
The Dubs comment?
What?
What are we laughing about? Fill me in.
All right, that's just mean. That can ruin people's careers right there.
What happened?
Did you people at home see that? Did you guys see that? This is what I saw. Look in the background. What is that? What is that?
That guy? That's the machine.
The machine? Who is he? Is he a cousin of the Gimp?
He lives next door. He doesn't say much.
I mean, where's the red ball?
I don't know. I'm not into that gig. He comes over for sugar every once in a while, and well, we don't talk much, so I just give him the sugar.
Tell him hi for us, here at the cheap seats. Why not?
I sure will.
Okay.
I love Brian Wilson.
He is awesome.
Yeah.
I love him. He is the greatest living baseball player on the planet. That's my favorite.
And the machine is the greatest living neighbor.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. He doesn't come over just for sugar,
No.
by the way.
Poor Chris
Sugar
Rose.
is a safe word.
Yes.
Poor Chris Rose. I did the Best Damn Sports Show with him on Fox, and he was a little freaked out by
Yeah.
the Gimp walking around in the background.
Oh, really?
Me thinks he freaked out too much.
Yes.
Yes.
Me thinks he knew the freak too much.
Yes.
All right. We'll close things out with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy, a freak in and of himself. See clips of recent shows. Go here to something you can barely look at. FoxNews.com/redeye. Time to go back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Leanne, you headed to Vegas soon?
I am. We're going to film a new season of Poker After Dark for NBC. Sure am. And follow me on Twitter, Leanne Tweeden1.
Excellent. You got to get rid of that one.
Yeah, well,
How
somebody
many are
took
there?
my name originally,
I
and
know.
it's been blocked. And Twitter won't give it back to me. Give it back to me, Twitter, because this is me.
All right.
Nah, Twitter.
Come on, Twitter.
Do it.
Yeah,
Come on, Twitter.
Twitter.
Hey, Lauren, I hear News 12 Long Island, where you now, I'm told, pretend to work, hosted the New York gubernatorial debate. You got any inside info for us?
I mean, how great a debate was that?
Right.
When the candidates walked on, it was like the cast of The Surreal World. We were just so elated with how that turned out. I couldn't have asked for a better debate there. We've been talking about it all week, and
You know what would have been great is if you moderated it in your old accent. That would be the only thing that would have made it better. Yeah.
I do put it on occasionally since we're working out on Long Island. Andy, you know it very well.
Oh, yes, I do. Yep. Hey, Dana, what do you think of Schopenhauer's pessimism?
I find it generally compelling, but don't understand how he breaks from it at the end of his system.
Well, maybe history is an anti-environment given us by God so we can know him in the negative.
You think you're so smart, don't you?
You're so jejune.
Oh, wow.
Back to
Speaking
you,
of the
Greg.
surreal world.
Back
I
to
don't
you,
even know
Greg.
what J. June means. Thank you, Andy. Lawrence Vaughn, always a pleasure having you on here. Bill Schultz, you're a disgusting
Thanks,
human being.
Greg.
Dana Vachon, always an eccentric trip down the wild ride that is your brain. Leanne Tweeden, always a pleasure having you on. I'm Greg Gutfeld. I'll see you next time